Record. There we go. Okay, so problems can be written in 3 ways. You can write that. This is going to be the way that we see them today, but all they mean is this other thing over here. So f plus g just means we're going to take the f of x equation and add it to the g of x equation. F minus g, subtracting. F times g, or just fg of x is f of x times g of x. Right, f of x times g of x. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. If you are in your Zoom, window and you would like to come off mute for like a half a minute or like a second, you can press and hold the space bar. You can practice right now if you want. Press and hold the space bar for as long as you want to talk. I saw Gabby, good job, you did it. If you press and hold it, you can talk for that amount of time. Good job, Gary, you're doing it. So if you press and hold, then you can talk. Oh, I heard someone cough. Great job, Moses. You can,
for me, it's just a funny button.
For you, it's a, oh, what button is it for you, Gary?
Because I'm on mobile, you just go to the slide right, it'll say tap to speak.
Yes. So you can tap to speak, and then that you can come off mute really fast. So if you have a hard time finding the mute button, feel free to use that. Okay. Okay, cool. So that's all to say. So we have our addition. Our addition word is sum. You might want to write that down if you don't know that one off the top of your head. Our subtraction word is difference. If you don't know that word, you might want to write down difference. And then our multiplication word is product. The product is the answer to a multiplication question. So sum, difference, product. Cool? Capiche, capiche? Cool beans. Let's do it. All right. Again, you don't need to write all this down. I would write this right here. F plus h of x. So the way that we read this is f plus h of x. Everybody press and hold that space bar and say f plus h of x. No one's doing it. Everyone's scared. Okay, one day. F plus h of x. That's how we read it. Oh, someone was about to do it. All right, fine. F plus h of x. So we're going to take the f equation, f of x, and we're going to add it to the h of x equation. Do you type that? No, you don't need to type it. I would say anything that I'm writing with my red pen right now, you probably want to write on your paper. All right, so I'm going to take the f equation, which is 4x minus 3, and I'm going to add it to the h equation, which is x squared minus 3x plus 1. Right. So the f equation plus the h equation. So here I have my f equation. Wow, that's not going to be helpful. I have my f equation here, and I have my h equation here. And I'm going to go ahead and add those things together. I add by combining like terms. So I'm going to go ahead and combine anything that's like terms. X squared does not have a like term, so I'm going to put it first. X squared. It's my biggest exponent. My next would be x's. So 4x plus negative 3x. 4x plus negative 3x would be 1. 4 minus 3. So plus 1x, or just x. And then negative 3 plus 1. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Negative 2. This is my answer to the addition problem. Since it has x at the end, I'm going to have x in my answer, like 99% of the time. If there's x at the end, that x right there is telling you what variable you're using. So it's saying we're going to do the f equation plus the h equation using the variable x. What do you notice about the next one? Are we using the variable x?
No, we're using -4.
Aha, we're using -4. Exactly, Gabby. Thank you for coming off mute. -4, right? So we're using the -4 instead of the x. So what we're going to do is we're still going to add h plus j, no, g, h plus g. But then after they're added together, we're going to take the x's out. We're going to dump in a -4. So I'm going to do h plus g. So h in this case, x squared minus 3x plus 1 plus g. G is 2x plus 1. Take a moment to write that down. All right. We have some like terms to combine. So I've got x squared. I've got -3x and positive 2x makes negative x. And I've got positive 1 plus 1 gives me plus 2. Wow, very similar to this other problem, slightly different. Okay, and now we know the x's, we're not going to leave it with x's because the x's are turning into -4. So this x is turning into a -4 and that x is turning into a -4. So I'd have -4 squared minus -4 plus 2. What is -4 squared? -4 squared.
16.
Yes, thank you, Alan. 16, appreciate you. Forgot to put Gabby up here. 16, and then -4 times -4 would be positive 4.
+8.
Yes, plus
Or +4.
2. It's positive. This would be, yeah, 16 plus positive 4 plus 2. 16 and 4 makes 20, and that is 20. 22 is your correct answer. Notice we had a number instead of x, and we ended with a number, right? We added a number and we ended with a number. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Awesome. Cool. All right, team. How do we feel? Fist of 5, 0, I don't get this at all. 2, I get this a little bit. 3, I'm getting it more. 4, okay, pretty decent. 5, I totally get this. Sebastian is a 6. He's like way above. Love it. 3s, 4s, 5. Okay, cool. Let's do a subtraction one. Same process. Subtraction. So let's do this one here. G of h. G of h. I'm sorry, g minus h. So we're doing g minus h, and we're using the variable x. Using the variable x. For sure. So g is 2x plus 1. And we are subtracting h, which is, I should have this memorized by now, x squared minus 3x plus 1. X squared minus 3x plus 1. Go ahead and take a moment to write that down. All right, so I've got distribution. I'm going to distribute this negative in here. Don't forget we're distributing the negative. So I'd have negative x squared. A negative times a negative would be a positive 3x. A negative times a positive would be a negative 1. I'm going to bring down this 2x plus 1. I'm looking for like terms. I'm not finding any friends for negative x squared. So just negative x squared. I have 2x and 3x makes 5x. And then I have positive 1 and negative 1. Oh, positive 1 minus 1 is 0. So those are going to cancel out. So this is my answer here. Moses, I'm not sure what you mean. I have the other one over here. This is the addition one, so I'm moving over to the blue one for subtraction. Okay, cool. Gabby, where did I lose you? On the distribution part?
Yeah. Okay. So I get you have to distribute, but how do you determine which one goes first? Like I don't even know how to
Oh,
explain myself.
yeah. Like this step where you're like writing down the problem.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You start with the biggest exponent. So since 2 is the only exponent, you would put that first. If there was an x to the third, x to the 3, then
Right.
you would put that first.
Okay.
So you do the x squareds and then the x's and then the numbers by themselves. The constant.
Okay, but okay.
Yeah, good question. I'm sure you are not the only one with that question. So this is my final answer there. Also, thank you for coming off mute. You're an off mute all-star today. Love questions off mute. All right. Instead of this problem, sorry, Gabby, I know you already wrote down these problems, but instead of this problem, we're going to do a different one. We're going to do g minus h of 2. G minus h of 2. So notice, same exact problem, right? Same exact thing, g minus h. I already did a lot of the work. I already did g minus h. What changes when I have a 2 right there? What do I have to do?
Replace the x with the 2.
Yeah, replace the x with the 2. Replace the x with the 2. So I'm going to use this, negative x squared plus 5x. And instead of the x, I'm going to put in the 2. So I have a negative, I have 2 squared plus 5 times 2. So notice I'm turning the x's into 2, the x into 2. I'm replacing the x with 2. So for this one, I'm going to do this first. 2 times 2, or like 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4. Put the negative in front. Plus 5 times 2 is 10.
Oh wait, I thought it was 5 times 5. My fault.
No problem. So then I have negative 4 plus 10, which would be 6, like that. Just like that. So we have the number, and then we plug in the numbers here. Cool. All right, we're gonna do one more set. We're gonna do multiplication. Again, sorry, Gabby, you're gonna hate me by the end of this. We're doing g times h instead of h times k. I promise you did not want to do h times k. G times h of k of x. I did h times k in the video. If you want to watch it, it is a 3x3 box and it is mayhem. So you did not want to do that. So I'm fixing it to g times h. All right, g times h. So we have 2x plus 1. That's my g equation. Times h, which is x squared minus 3x plus 1. Okay, so remember how when we have two equations, you don't have to write this part down. If I have 2x plus 1 times x plus 3, remember how in Miss Velasquez's class, or like your Algebra 1 teacher, you had to make like a little box and then you were like 2x plus 1 and x plus 3. You got the box, right? Or maybe you did FOIL. You did like 2x times x, 2x times 3, x times 1, 1 times 3, like that. Something like that. So this, we're going to apply this same context to this because we have to multiply two things together. All right, multiply two things together. Alan, are you good? Cool, thanks, Alan. All right. So for this one, we have two things, 1, 2, and we have three things, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to make a box that is a 2 by 3 box. So we're going to do 2x plus 1 on the side, like this. And we're going to do x squared minus 3x plus 1 on top. So we have just a slightly different box. Right, just a slightly different box. Cool. All right, so we have, in order to figure out what goes in this box right here, we have to do x squared times 2x. I would get 2x to the third, is x times x is x times x is x squared, and then another x makes 3. So I'd have 2x to the third. And then I'm going to do negative 3x times 2x. That would give me negative 6x squared. And then I have 1 times 2x. That gives me 2x. Chilling. Yes. Cool. And then for this next portion, I have x squared times x, or I'm sorry, times 1 is going to go in there. So just x squared. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3x. And 1 times 1 is 1. Remember, we're doing times, so it's 1 times 1 rather than 1 plus 1. Now we need to combine like terms, which you might notice the like terms are in the diagonal direction. So x squared and x squared, and then x and x. Whew, so I'm going to write all this down. I've got 2x to the third. Remember, after that, we have x squared and x squared. So we have x squared and negative x squared will make negative 5x squared. We're adding them together. We have negative 3x and 2x is negative 1x. We have positive 1 at the end, plus 1. Like that. Whew. I didn't tell you I was about to turn up the heat, huh? Got a little harder. Got a little harder, but not too much. That is my answer for this one. Here's the cool part about having this problem already done though. Since we did g times h of x, if they're asking me for g times h of negative 1, what can I do if I already know what g times h of x is? Yeah, plug in negative 1. Thanks, Wendy. Glad to see you in the chat. I can just plug in negative 1, right? So 2 times negative 1 to the third minus 5 times negative 1 squared minus 1 times negative 1 plus 1, right? So I had 2x to the third minus 5x squared minus 1x plus 1. That is the same part right here. And now I took out the x and I put in negative 1. Took out the x and I put in negative 1. Took out the x and put in negative 1. Like that. All right. Negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. Negative times a negative make a positive with an extra negative. So I have negative 1 here with the 2. I have negative 5 times negative 1 times negative 1 makes positive 1. And then negative 1 times negative 1 makes positive 1. We have that positive 1 from the end. Negative 2, negative 5, plus 1, plus 1. Negative 2 and negative 5 make negative 7, plus, we can put these together, 2. I get negative 7 plus 2 is negative 5. Negative 5 is my answer. Complicated, I know, but you're doing great. Okay, my friends. this is the end of our notes. We added and subtracted, which was combining like terms, right? We added and subtracted. And then we multiplied, which is using the box, right? Multiplied using the box. We learned that that when there's a number, we solve it the same way, and then we plug in that number, right? So we add, combining like terms, subtract, distribute the negative, combine like terms, multiply using the box. And then if we need to put the number in, then we plug in the number once we've done those things, okay? Tell me how you're feeling. Are you feeling like thumbs up, good? Ooh, use your reactions. If you've got reactions, use them. You should have a little reactions button. You can use your thumbs up in real life if you're like Daryl, you got your screen on. I see 1 thumbs up from the reactions, 3 thumbs up from the reactions. You can also do thumbs down. You can do like an X, like you're not doing good. You can also tell me to move faster. Nice. I like it. Thank you for your thumbs up. Appreciate you. Okay, team, I want to, I'm seeing one comment in the chat that it seemed hard at first since we came back from break, but it seems easy enough now. That's good. I like to hear that. Cool. I want to go through, I think that your assignment looks like more work than it is. So just because there's like a lot of equations and stuff, so I want to look at your assignment really fast. You're going to go ahead and put your, however you took your notes, if you did a picture, a screenshot, a link, if you typed it, however you put it in there, you're going to pop that in. You're already done with that part. Don't freak out. For this next part, also don't freak out at this. Totally solved. For this next part, there are, if you are star, you're doing 4 problems. If you are on track, you're doing 1 through 3 and then 5 through 7. So you're doing 6 problems. And then honors, you're doing 8 problems. Okay, so you're either doing 4 problems, 6 problems, or 8 problems, depending. And you're gonna put a picture right here. And then for part 2, I know it looks like a lot, but look at this word right here. It says choose 5. Do you see how it says choose 5? There are lots of problems, but you're only doing 5 of them. If you wanna do easy ones, do the mild problems. If you want to do if you want to do medium, right? Medium's like in the middle. Spicy, if you're feeling really good, spicy problems are like the harder ones. You can mix and match. If you want to do 2 mild, 2 medium, and a spicy, sounds good. If you want to do all spicy, cool. If you want to do 3 mediums and a mild, that's totally fine. How many problems do you have to do in this section?
5.
5, yes. Thank you, Roxana. 5. So 5 problems in this section, 5 problems. So if you are star, you're doing 4 problems here and 5 problems here. So 9 total problems. If you are on track, you're doing 6 problems and 5 problems. That's 11 total problems. If you are honors, you got 8 problems here and 5 problems here. So honors, the maximum number of problems is 13. That's it, total. Cool beans. Yes. Okay. And then you do have your checkpoint form, but it is only 3 questions. Only 3, that's it. Total. Even if you get all of them wrong, you still get some of the points. So make sure that you're doing that. What time is your assignment due today?
11:59.
11:59. Yes, thank you, Roxana. 11:59. I am going to open up your breakout rooms. If you want to go to them, you are welcome to go to them. Oh, your breakout rooms are open. They've been open. If you want to go to your breakout rooms and work for a little bit, you can. I can stay until about 3 o'clock if you have any questions, if you want me to do some problems. Otherwise, I'm going to let you go 4 minutes early today. You can go ahead and head off if you'd like. If you want to stick around, I can do whichever problem looks the scariest. Whichever problem looks the scariest. Otherwise, I will see you all soon. Wait. Amy Zephyr, I'm going to send you a message. Bye, Mira. Bye, Jasmine. Gabby, stay. Let's do a couple of them together. You're welcome, Amy. Cool. If you, bye Gary, bye Gary, bye Gary. If there's any problems that you want to do, just tell me what number you want to do and I'll do it on the screen. Which one looks the scariest? Bye Roxana, bye Anna. Okay, Zephyr, thank you for letting me know. I just wanted to double check because I saw your name change back.
Bye, Miss.
Bye Zephyr. What number shall we do, team? Bye Helen. Any numbers? Number 1 sounds good. Okay, cool. We'll do 1 and then we'll do 2. All right, number 1. Number 1. What, it says F plus H. What 2 equations are we going to use? What 2 equations are we going to use? Not a trick question. Are we going to use F, G, or H?
F and H, the first and the last one.
The first one and the last one. So we're going to do F, which is 2x squared minus 9x plus 2. That's my F equation. Plus H, this one here, x squared minus 4, like that. Okay, we have 2x squared to start. Does 2x squared have any like terms?
No.
Look again. We have an x squared. We're
3
looking for,
squared.
yeah,
Uh,
it will end up being 3x squared. We have another x squared over here, right? So we have 2x squared and 1x squared. That makes 3 total x squared. Yes, 3x squared, because we're adding them together. They're like terms because they both have x squared. Nice. All right, so then we have 9x, negative 9x. Does it have any friends? No, there are no other x terms. Sorry, Gabby, I cut you off.
No, you're fine. I just said no. I don't know why that confuses me. Do I just have to look at the 2 on top? I feel like that's what confuses me.
Think about it as like the x squared. That's like a heart, and the x is like a triangle, right?
Okay, but
This is a heart, and that's a triangle. So then x squared. This is another heart. So now we have 3 hearts.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, awesome. So we have negative 9x, and then we have 2 plus negative 4, right? So we have 2 plus negative 4 would be negative 2, like that. So we have added them together, and it says x here, so our answer should have x's in it. We're not plugging anything in. So that's our answer for number 1. We can check our answer key, and it's right there. Cool. Okay, I'm going to do number 2, and then there was a request for number 5. So we'll do that. So we have number 2. Which letters are we using for number 2?
H and G.
H and G. And are we adding, subtracting, or multiplying?
Subtracting.
Subtracting. So I'm going to put H here, and I'm going to subtract G. So H is x squared minus 4, and G is 6x minus 1. Since it is subtraction, I need to distribute. So I get negative 6x and positive 1, because I have a negative times a negative, we'll make that positive. And then this stays the same because there's no negative to distribute in there. Okay, Gabby, since you're practicing like terms, here's our x squared. Are there any other x squared?
No.
No,
So
we're just, Perfect. Okay, and then I see an x. Are there any other x terms?
No.
Nope. So I'm just gonna write negative 6x like that. So I had my x squared, that's different from my x's. And then I have negative 4 and positive 1. Those are like terms. because they're just numbers. They're called constants. So I have -3. Perfect. So then I would have my answer here. I can look, and I see. Got it. All right. That was number 2. There's also a request for number 5. So I want to make sure that we do number 5. So here's number 5. You can write number 5 on your paper. You don't have to go in order. I can look and see all the different orders. If you want to do number 1 and then 2 and then 5, that's fine. All right. So for number 5, what 2 functions are we going to use? Which letters are we going to use?
G and H.
We're going to do G and H. Are we adding, subtracting, or multiplying?
Adding.
And are we using the variable x, or are we plugging in a number?
-3. That's the number.
-3. We're going to plug in -3 at the end. Yes, we're going to use that number. Cool. Okay, so we're starting with G. We have 6x minus 1. And we're adding in H, which is x squared minus 4. So G and H, like that. All right. So we have some more like terms here. We have x squared all by itself. We have 6x all by itself. And we have -1 and -4. -1 plus -4 would be -5. Are we finished? Is this the end of our problem?
No, we have to plug in the -3 on the x.
Yes, we need to plug in the -3. So we're going to plug in -3 right here and right there. So we would have -3 squared plus 6 times -3 minus 5. So -3 squared would be +9. 6 times -3 would be -18 minus 5. 9 minus 18 would be -9 minus 5. -9 minus 5 is -14. What's my answer? I see it right there. -14. Cross that baby out. So that is number 1, number 2, and number 5. Hopefully that should give us a good start. If you are ****, you only have number 6 left. If you have on track, you're going to go back to number 3. And if you're honors, you're going to go back to number 3 as well. Okay. Okay, team. I do not have office hours today because of our new schedule. And because this is my 4th class for today. It's been a long day already. So if you have any questions, though, I would love to hear from you. You have my phone number. My phone number is here. That is my phone number. You can text me if you would like to, or you can send me an email and I'll try to help as much as I can. Other than that, thank you so much for participating. I am sending merits to everyone and I appreciate you. And I will see you soon. I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks, Emiliano. Have a great day. Thanks, Nebio. Bye, Melanie. Bye, Joy. You're welcome.
Miss Mac, do you think you can explain more on the, what's it called, the last part where you're supposed to get a different number, like for the X, or like to fill in the X spot? I'm still kind of confused about that.
Like when there's a number in the problem?
Yeah, because I noticed it was from the question 2, which is like 2 questions behind. So like it can come from different areas, right? Or like, because there's no order, I'm noticing.
There's no order. You mean in the answer key?
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
used
and
what's it called? I think it was yeah, it was -3, and that was from question 2.
-3, this problem right here is
Yeah, we used. Oh,
this
okay.
answer.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I know it's, you guys put it in the fifth question, or was that a different thing?
I think
Or
that was a
question
different
5?
thing.
Or,
This
all
is
right.
question 1, and we got this answer right here. And then this is question 2, and we got that answer right there. And then this is question 5, and we got this answer over here.
Oh, okay. Just making sure because they all have, because what's it called, for number 5 when we fill in the blanks, or like we added the found number, we put -3. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So your first 4, because these all have X at the end, those are all going to have X's in your answer. And then for 5 through 8, these are all going to be numbers because they have numbers.
All right. So they're gonna be their own. All right.
Yeah,
All right. That's
they're
all.
going to be like just one number.
All right. Thank you, Miss
Cool.
Mac. Much appreciated
You're
for your
welcome.
time. All right. Have a
No problem.
great rest of your day.
You too. See you later, Sebastian. Hi, Moses. Did you still have a question?